Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hola amigos. Today we're going to be talking about the Spanish community here in Qatar. Yes, with these special episodes, what we're doing is focusing on the communities that have made it to the World Cup. Of course, Spain is known for paella, flamenco, la tomatina, and football.
Football is life.
I know there are going to be a lot of people down below fighting between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Listen, guys, we're all friends for now. When we're on the pitch, I don't know you. There are around 4,000 Spanish people living here in Qatar, and that number is going on up. Why do they come on over? Of course, for a better life, better job, and some people, they make this home.
Mi casa es su casa.
Qatar is a state. We are the state of Qatar, and Spain is a kingdom, the kingdom of Spain. And the two countries built diplomatic relations together in December 1972. How big is Spain compared to Qatar? Well, Spain is 44 times bigger than Qatar. Yes, you can fit 44 of the Qatar-shaped hearts in your country. Here's a fun fact. 2 of the 8 World Cup stadiums are designed by a Spanish architecture firm. Yes, we're talking about Education City Stadium and Ras Abu Aboud Stadium. There are over 200 different Spanish businesses here in Qatar investing in all different fields. We're talking about technology, IT, of course, sport, food and beverage, and so much more. In May 2022, His Highness visited Spain and discussed plans of investing over $5 billion in various sectors, of course, in Spain. Well, enough with those facts. Time to jump into the next segment. And now it's time to introduce the dears, the darlings, the habibis. No. The Dohabibis.
Hola todos!
Look at this. How are you guys doing? You're great?
Very good.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you so
And
much.
of course, I'm going to be looking straight. I'll try to look at both of you, but I can't have my eyes. Wait.
Okay.
Cameraman, can you make me look at each of them? That looks weird. That looks weird. Okay. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do here in Qatar.
We are content creators from Spain, and we like to show how is life in Doha to all the Spanish community that is living here, or for the people that is interested in coming to Qatar. So we try to show all our life, what to do, how is life here, and we enjoy a lot doing this.
During the pandemic, we said like, oh, why not inform about Qatar to the people that wants to come here in Spanish, and the Spanish community can know what to do here in Qatar. So we start to do that, and we were growing, and now it's like a little hobby, but it's becoming our work also.
It feels like work?
Yeah.
No, but work that you love though. Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true,
we
that's
love
true.
it.
Okay. Are there any websites that are like in Spanish about Qatar that you know of?
No, that's why we start our page, because before coming here, we didn't find any information in Spanish about Qatar, the real one. So we wanted to know, to give the details for the people that wants to come, the real ones, and the experience that we are having here in Qatar, so they can know exactly how they can arrive, what they have to do, and that's all.
Okay, so he said real one. What does he mean, real one? What does
The
it mean?
reality, because when I came covered with all the misinformation that I find on YouTube, like don't look at people, go with dark glasses, and then I realized that many of the things are wrong. So we wanted to explain how is the reality when you arrive, how is life, and all the typical things that people in Spain are thinking about Qatar that are wrong. So we try to change their
Bust
minds.
some myths, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if they looked like what they read online, this is what they would look like. But of course, obviously, they don't need to dress that way. I'm just saying. So how long have you guys been here in Qatar?
So we came here separate. This is something that no one knows, but we met here in Qatar.
You guys met.
Yeah.
I think just recently you got married as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
So 1 month ago, 1 month before me, she came to Qatar, and after 2 weeks that I came here in Qatar, I know her, I meet her, and I found the love. And now we are married!
I feel like I am the. I was like the ceremony guy, you know what I mean? They're holding that, you know? Do you now pronounce you man? No. That's what happens, you know? Spanish people, come on down to Qatar, find love. All right, guys, so what's Spain known for?
Yes, Spain is known for the beaches, the good weather, the food like tapas, and of course the flamenco that we will teach you some steps. That is, I took the apple, I eat it, and I throw it.
And you throw it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 hours later.
I took the apple, I eat it, and I throw it.
What is that?
Was that right? I don't know why, but I felt like I needed to do the sexy look.
Ah, yeah. Also me. I was like,
All right, what else? What else are you guys known for?
okay, wait. What time is it?
Oh, it's siesta time, right?
Siesta time. Come on, Khalifa.
Oh,
Let us
please.
sleep a little bit,
Okay.
please. Come on.
Oh, well, we do that too, okay? Give me mine. Can you turn the lights off, please?
Approximately 10 hours later.
All right, well, I had a good siesta. Now it's time to talk about food, though.
I think yes.
Yes.
We both love our rice. You guys have something that you're famous for in Spain. What is it?
We have the paella. This is the seafood paella.
Did you
we
make
have
this?
also with meat. No.
Oh, no? Okay.
I make this.
This is seafood. All right, so I can see some prawns and shrimp, and I see some vegetables in here. Oh, it smells nice, too.
Calamares.
Oh. And so paella is the thing, it's not paella, right? It's paella, right?
Paella.
Okay, so just make sure you say it the right way. And then I noticed that your food, your rice is like a little bit like wet or
Yeah,
sticky.
it's
Yes.
like a bomb, small bombs like this.
Small
Yeah. It's
bomb.
called rice bomb in Spanish. It's really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it
Arroz
explode
bomba.
of,
Yeah.
explode of flavor. Well, you see, your ones are a little bit wet, but our ones are super dry. So, of course, they're both delicious. You want to give it a little smell?
Yes. We tried.
You tried it?
Yes. It's
Our
very good.
famous mechbouz. Everybody now who's come to our villa has talked about mechbouz. This is chicken, and of course it's very, you can smell the spices,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
herbs and everything that's in it. Smells very different. Tastes very different.
Yeah.
So what else? Where can you get some good paella?
Oh, we have a lot of options here in Qatar about Spanish food. So we love the restaurants from the Michelin star Dani Garcia.
Oh, Dani Garcia, that's
yeah,
nice.
he has two restaurants here. It's Vivo and Lobito de Mar. But also you can find some Spanish food in the Cellar, El Faro, and also in the Pearl. That is this big island that is in Qatar. It's called Casa Paco.
All right, so one of the very interesting things is that there are a lot of Arabic words with Spanish origins and a lot of Spanish words with Arabic origins. What are some of them?
For example, we have the famous inshallah. In Spanish is ojalá. So almost the same word. So also we have almohada, that is the thing that we use for sleep, the pillow. That
Say
in Arabic
muhadda?
is
Muhadda.
muhadda. So pantalon is our trousers. So in Arabic is
Pantalon.
aha. And fulano for us is someone that we doesn't know properly. So in Arabic is
Flan.
and also some gesture that you use with the hands. For example, in Arabic, you use this gesture is the like silence or stop or
Wait.
wait a moment. For us, we use the same sign with the hand, but using it like this means there is a lot of people, and using it like this, it means delicious, like the mahbous and the paella.
All right, one thing that I want to talk about is kisses. Since you did the chef's kiss. Because when we greet each other in our culture, it's normal to kiss.
Okay.
But specifically, men will go ahead and do cheek to cheek with men, and then women with women.
Okay, for us, we do it with each other, so it doesn't matter if it's female or male. We do one here and one here, starting from the right one.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So 1-1.
1-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
For us, it's 2 on the right.
Okay.
And if you really know someone, then you can go for 3, maybe even more if you want. If you really know them and really like them.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. You want me to show you? I'll show you.
Why not?
All right, let's talk about the temperature because, of course, a lot of people go to Spain for the sun too. How do you compare Spanish sun with Qatari sun?
In Spain, it's also very hot, but we don't have that much humidity than here in Qatar, that we can feel more the weather. And if you go in the shadow, you can feel that it's less hot, and you can wait for a while you go walking, for example, and you feel the temperature. Yes.
So you both can handle our heat.
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
I think.
He just melted. All right, so we've learned a little bit about both of our countries and the similarities. I think now it's time to talk about football. Guys. And just like that, they're in. What's the Spanish team? What do you call yourselves?
La Roja.
In the La Roja jerseys. How many times has Spain made it to the World Cup?
So we played 15 World Cups and we won one in 2010 in South Africa. And this year, 2022, in Qatar will be the 16th one.
16.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course, I want to know how many Spanish people do you anticipate to be in Qatar and cheering? Like,
I don't know, but I think a lot of them because Spanish people loves football and they love how to follow the Spanish national team. So they will come and they will cheer for sure in the streets, in the bars, everything will be.
okay, so I want to know. So of course, everybody loves La Liga all over the world. What I want to know is like Spanish fans, like what how are they known to be? Like
They will make a lot of noise. We know, for example, Manolo el del Bombo. That is a famous guy that is everywhere, in every match, with a big drum, and he's singing all the time and he
cheering
has very
the fans
good
of the
vibes.
Spanish football team. Yes,
Okay.
he's accompanying the team all whatever they are playing. He's there with the drum. Bum, 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 bum.
have you ever met him?
Yeah.
No, but we
want to
hope
meet
this
him.
year. Yeah, we have to.
So what's a cheer that you guys do? Like how do you guys?
Okay,
Cheer
we
for
have
the
a song that is A por ellos, oe, a por ellos, oe, a por ellos, oe, a por ellos, oe.
That's pretty cool. Look at that. So do you have multiple songs, or like is that like the main one?
I think this is the main one, but
Yeah,
with the
but
drum
we
he
have
can sing
more.
whatever he wants. If he wants, Manolo is my name, so Manolo. So,
España.
yeah.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I just want to know though, like why are you guys called La Roja?
Yes, it's because of the color. In Spanish, rojo is red. So La Roja, it's because of the t-shirt that it's red.
Ah,
call
so
it-
you're the Reds.
Yeah,
Yes.
So
it's just
our team is known as El Annabi, which is the
that's
maroon.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we go by the colors. you
Yeah,
know?
that's
Yeah.
true.
So how far do you guys think you're gonna get in the World Cup?
Oh, as you know, Spanish football is very good. So good luck if you are against us, because I think we will go to the final.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hopefully, we both make it to the finals,
Yeah.
and then we'll both say good luck to each other. You automatically assume that I'm out.
I have a lot of confidence in my team.
You know what? I like that. I like that. And that's what we want to see from everyone that's coming over to Qatar. They need your support and they need you to be cheering for the teams. All right, everyone. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, please don't forget to like.
Don't forget to share.
And you see that bell, click it.
مع السلامة.
Bye.
Bye bye.